Jerry, thank you. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at his 4. Powerful running. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. First down, Hill. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and that'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Going to give this time to the tailback. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Carry here for Charles Sims. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
Second down following the run. The first carry now for Doug Martin. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
When you're drafted 12th overall, people expect big things out of you, and Sheldon Rankins can provide that. Big, strong, physical player, has excellent quickness, and is really good with his hands, keeping blockers off of him and allowing him to get upfield and into opposing backfields.
On 3rd down, Warner, and an alley to run. The 13 yards that time at a first. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
When Gerald McCoy entered the NFL, he was part of a huge debate around the league. Gerald McCoy or Ndamukong Suh? Who would be the better defensive tackle? They both had more than their share of moments. And what's made Gerald McCoy a perennial Pro Bowl player? His ability to play just about anywhere on the defensive line, but especially to work over the centers and guards in order to create havoc in the pocket.
Hill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
The numbers on the ground for Sims a week ago. 21 carries, 70 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't it? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here's Hill. And his throw is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A handoff to start the drive to Sims. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And that'll be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Oh, here's pressure, and the Saints block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 75 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board. But the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if. On the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
So out come the Bucs now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And some room to roam now. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, Warner. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw on 2nd down, Warner. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Sims, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Back to throw. Warner feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. They get the sack on the blitz, but it was 3rd and inches. Are you surprised like I am they weren't running the football there?
I'm right there with you. I would have thought it worst. Quarterback sneak, try and pick up the first down and move on. But instead, I think they thought they could catch him by surprise and maybe hit something deep.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. This will be fielded at the 6.
That return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Hill now on second down. And so Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Sims. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
To throw on 3rd down, Warner. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Sims on the run. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles Sims, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Here's Hill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again. Hill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on third down. Hill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Warner. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rowe. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Warner. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A.J. Klein leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. The final shot before break. Warner. It's caught. Humphreys. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get you caught up on all the highlights from the first half. The Saints haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Buccaneers have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Offense out now after the fumble. Sims is going to take it off the right side, and he caps off the 7-play drive with a score as they take the lead 7-3. Now so late in the first half. Klein's got the sack here. This one ends up as a loss of 6. So that's it for us. We'll go back now to New Orleans for the start of the second half.
Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go now.
They'll run here with Sims. And he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to throw on second down. Warner. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Warner. They find some open field here. And he slides to avoid the hit. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing on 1st down. Warner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, look at that, Chuck. A rookie picked the rookie on that play.
How about that? Is that rookie-on-rookie crime? But you know what happens, too. If you're a rookie defender, you tend to adjust to the game a little bit quicker than if you're a quarterback. Too many things still going through his mind. And on that play, the rookie defender won the battle.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Saints on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Hill. He's going to let this one go. Oh, wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play for the Saints on 3rd down. 41 yards. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
Now Hill looking to throw on first. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Coleman was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Blue, line it.
Second and 10. Hill again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Saints on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue.
And again, it's Hill. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
To be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that'll bring them back within 4. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Warner. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Cole. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. To throw on second down. Warner. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Operating from the gun. Warner. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. Second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Looking to throw on second down. Warner, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable, and defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
On for the extra point is Folk. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rowe. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Red zone opportunity.
Let's go.
Now they run with Sims. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
To throw again. Hill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
On 1st and 10, Hill over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Throwing again is Hill. And he finds his man Griffin. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Fresh set of downs here.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
To the air again. Hill caught here by Griffin. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Hill throwing once more. His throw incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Blue line.
From the gun, here's Hill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to the air on second down. Warner over the middle, complete. That's Rowe. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Toss play to Sims. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, Warner. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Throwing again. Hill. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Saints on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A 4th quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And Folk's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Hill going back to the air on second down. And he comes back with one complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Hill on third down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Desperation time on fourth for Hill. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
They'll run it again with Sims. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
On third down, it's Sims. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
That was a good explosive run right there. And it brings up an interesting little dilemma, doesn't it? 4th and inches. Got to decide what they want to do now. Not sure they expected to be in this situation with what they were facing on third down.
And his kick here is good. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
This is taken at the 3. A little juke. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Buccaneers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.